Yo, what is up, y'all? Yeah, today we got the start of the Arrancar Saga, and shit just got crazy real quick, and I'm gonna be splitting up the saga into smaller parts just because I like to focus on a few important things per video. And if you guys are enjoying my content or you have any video ideas you'd like for me to make, just leave a comment, and I'll definitely be sure to read your ideas. So let's get into this. Okay, so we start off the arc with Ichigo returning home from all of his battles in the Soul Society, and my guy deserves a break after all that he's been through. Just all of his fights, and just give him a break, bro. And him and the gang are back at school the next day, and we're introduced to a new classmate named Shinji Hirako, and everything seems normal until later that night. Ichigo gets an alert from his combat pass that Ukitake gave him at the end of the Soul Society, and it alerts him that there's a hollow out there. So he's out fighting the hollow, and he destroys it, and then out of nowhere, Shinji pulls up and he strikes Ichigo with a Zanpakuto. And now, of course, Ichigo's like, yo, this guy is not normal, who is he? And here we learn that Shinji is actually part of a group of Soul Reapers who have crossed into the realm of the hollows, and they're called the Vizards. And we see that Shinji says that he is just like Ichigo, and what he does next is just astonishing. He puts his hand over his face and he spawns out a hollow mask. And yo, I've been waiting to see something like this ever since, because I've been wondering, why the hell is Ichigo like the only Soul Reaper who can spawn out a hollow mask? Why is he only the special one? Like, could no one else do it? So I finally got this answered. And because now we know that there's actually a group of people who can do the same thing as Ichigo with their hollow mask. And well, except that Ichigo, he can't control like his mask yet, like it just comes out whenever. But I can't wait to see if like Ichigo gets to learn more about himself and his own powers, because bro, this boy doesn't know anything about himself, and it's crazy. And another thing that was exciting to see was Uryu's dad randomly pulling up out of nowhere while Uryu's trying to fend himself off against a hollow after losing his Quincy powers against his battle against Mayuri. And his dad's low-key a dick, bro. Like, it doesn't even seem like he loves him. But he does tell Uryu that if he listens to him, he can restore his lost Quincy powers. And on one condition, and that is he should never involve himself with a Soul Reaper ever again.
Stop the cap.
So, I'm excited to see what Uryu does and where this kind of develops with his pops and everything, because he just kind of pulled out of nowhere. Like, honestly, I didn't even know if Uryu's dad was alive or not. And then we are getting into probably the biggest discussion of this video, and this is probably the second most crazy plot twist to me in this show so far. Bleach it keeps getting crazier and crazier and keeps surprising me. So anyways, we see that when Ichigo went out to fight the hollow, Kon got into his body and pause. But Ichigo, he was out there confronting Shinji, right? So Kon, he takes off in Ichigo's body, and he just starts having fun, running around, and he randomly gets jumped by a hollow saying that he wants to kill Ichigo Kurosaki. And, Kon's like, what the hell, bro? I'm not Ichigo. This is just his body, but the hollow, it doesn't recognize it, right? It just thinks it's Ichigo because of the body. And, Kon, he's running away, and he starts getting fucked up. And then he's about to get crushed by the hollow when he gets saved by someone. And who could it be? It's none other than Isshin Kurosaki, bro. And this was a crazy reveal, man. Like, I'll be completely honest, I did not see this one coming at all. Especially since Pops was a gag character for the whole show so far. He just had his pizza shirt on, he was goofy, he was just kind of a comedic relief, right? And I really didn't think that he would get a role in the story, man. I just thought he'd stay like that the whole series, but no, shit is getting real. And apparently he knew that Kon was in Ichigo's body since the very beginning. And bro has just been playing dumb. And he just goes on to nonchalantly inform the hollow that he's gonna kill him. Now the hollow is getting pissed and he gets hella big, pause. And this is where we get the valuable information, and Isshin explains that, these are actually hollows that take off their masks to gain powers of Soul Reapers. And it hits me that, this is the opposite of what the group that Shinji is a part of does. They're Soul Reapers who put a mask on to gain the powers of a hollow, and they're called the Vizards. But instead, these are hollows who take their mask off to gain the powers of a Soul Reaper. and they are called Arrancars. So now I at least understand where the name Arrancar comes from. And, apparently these guys also gain Zanpakutos, which is pretty crazy. And Ishin's like, oh yeah, I hate you, to this one specific hollow. And can you guess why? Well, it's because this hollow is the one who killed Ichigo's mom, Grand Fisher. And Ishin just completely flexes on him. And he's like, this should be light work for a captain level Soul Reaper. So Ishin was a captain, bro. He was a captain in the Soul Society in the past. And this just explained so many things to me, man. Because for one, I was always wondering how Ichigo was able to progress at, such a fast rate and have so much potential compared to the other Soul Reapers around him. And now it makes sense because, bro's literally just built different. He has a captain level Soul Reaper's DNA inside him, and it makes sense why he has so much potential. And then, anyways, Urahara pulls up, and him and Ishin know each other apparently. And also, they knew that Arrancars existed, which was a little odd to me. So it shows that they've kind of been behind the scenes for a while now. And apparently the Arrancars were just way weaker before, and they're just popping up now because they're very strong. And I was like, why are they suddenly getting so much more powerful than they used to be? And it all makes perfect sense because we learned that Aizen is behind all of this, and he's using the power of the Hogyoku to release the limits of a hollow and make them Arrancars. And bro, this just makes me wonder, like, how the hell did Urahara make such an OP object, bro? Like, this shit can literally do anything, bro, I swear. And now, every group, including the Visors, are gonna need to team up in a war to defeat Aizen, bro. This is hype. And then moving on, we do see Ichigo's inner struggle, because at first he was so reluctant and rejected Shinji's offer when he's like, join him, bro. We're the same, we both got hollow mask. We're the same, bro, join us. But he was so reluctant at first, but now as Shinji kind of keeps provoking him and kind of keeps playing with Ichigo's mind, and Ichigo, he keeps thinking about himself, and the hollow inside him, he starts getting scared. Like, he's like, yo, this hollow, man, every time that I fight and every time he comes out, he just keeps getting more powerful. And he wants to get information from Shinji because he's just fearful that the hollow is going to be too much for him to handle in the future. And, like in his fight with Byakuya, it could end up taking over him, but it could be worse this time. Like, it could end up destroying everyone that's dear to him. And honestly, bro, this is why Ichigo is my favorite main character, bro, because his inner conflict is just so interesting to see. And he's always trying to find a true answer in himself so that he doesn't put anyone in danger. And, if you want to see about why Ichigo's my favorite main character, just watch my last video, bro. And so Ichigo's, he's just on his bed. He's just contemplating his life, bro. He's trying to figure out what the hell is going on with him and about Shinji and everything that's happened. And, his sister, Karin, I think it's Karin. Yeah, she comes into his room and he's like, bro, stop hiding shit from me, man. I seen that you're a Soul Reaper. Like, what's going on? And Ichigo, he's just still reluctant to tell her. And, he doesn't want to tell her because he doesn't want to get his family involved in this. And that's kind of ironic because now, dramatic irony, we know that, his pops is a Soul Reaper, but Ichigo doesn't. So that's kind of ironic. And, that's when we see a report in the Soul Society, 2 major power levels have arrived in the world of the living. Ichigo, he also senses that, and he goes to check it out, and he leaves his sister in the home. Loki feel bad for his sister, bro. Like, come on, Ichigo, you can tell her a little, but, I understand why he's doing it. He doesn't want to get her involved. And that's when we see, bro, probably one of the most fire character designs I've seen in anime, bro. Ulquiorra, Cypher, bro, and Yami pull up to the world of the living. And you know what this reminds me of, bro? This reminds me of the first time Vegeta and Nappa pulled up, bro. And you know, when we saw that, like, I immediately knew that Ulquiorra is the one who we need to deal with right away, bro. He's the big bad. Cause you know, Nappa's the Yami and Vegito's Ulquiorra, bro. I love the parallels, man. I really do. And you know, this is what we're gonna get into our next video. This video, I just low-key wanted to focus on everything about, you know, that Ishin reveal, bro. That was crazy, bro. That was, bro, one of my favorite moments in the show so far. So, yeah, man, if you guys enjoyed watching, bro, please just hit that like button, subscribe. You know, I don't like saying that, but if you like me, bro, you can do it if you want. See ya.